Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dana from beautiful Orchidland Estates on the Big Island of Hawaii. And this will be our late June garden tour. There's Mr. Reaper, the garden guardian. So this first bed up here, I've got some Tithonia, I think that's what it's called, rooting up. And this bed is just completely blocked off with cardboard because of goats. So over here, this is one of our more productive beds. I need to rip out this broccoli here that went to flower, and this self-seeded Cosmo. Even though it's pretty, it takes up a whole lot of room. So I'm gonna rip that out and install something else in that area. Down here I've got some Stevia. It's doing really well. Some red vein sorrel. Sweet peppers. Some really nice looking kale. This is the Dazzling blue kale from Baker Creek. Got some bunching green onions. This is one of the Homesteader Granix mix from Seed Savers Exchange, and those are doing really well. Got a few of those plants going on. This is another one of the Homesteaders kale, and so is that one. So there's some really interesting types of kale that comes about from growing those mixed seeds. Some more onions, dill, lots of zinnias. I really enjoy the zinnias. Sharp. Some more of this purple kale. This is the Dazzling blue kale again from Baker Creek. This is the Rubinza Cosmos. It doesn't have any flowers on it right now, but it's kind of like a reddish purple color. It's pretty nice. Candy cane zinnia. Then this bed is the chive bed. It needs to be weeded, but pretty much just chives grows in there. And then this big bed is my Oros Campoyo pepper plant. It's huge and clearly happy. Got a few blackberry bushes that kind of started themselves in here because I set some pots in and never took them out. Over here is the junk pile, but I do have a dwarf mulberry that needs to be planted. This is that mountain mint from Baker Creek. And some papayas that I need to put next door in the food forest. This bed is pretty empty. I think I'll probably be putting in corn here. I think corn will do good. Here's Steve's bamboo that he got. This is a timber kind of bamboo. But we have to figure out where we want it to go. And then we'll get that planted up. And behind here is Vietnamese cilantro. So then this bed, I just transplanted some little baby onions, and right there some ginger. We've got our purple potted pole beans, and they are pretty amazing. And I'm getting tons and tons of beans everywhere. And if I don't catch them, they get pretty big pretty fast. And I made my trellis way too tall. I cannot even reach all the beans, even with a step ladder. Next to the beans, we've got the Get Stuffed tomato that I got from Baker Creek. I tried one. The flavor was not really fabulous, so I'm hoping that maybe it was just a bad one, and the rest will be more delicious. And then this one here is the Japanese black trefoil. I don't know why it's called that. It's a red tomato. The leaves are green, normal. got some dill, and then in here, this is my Cherokee purple tomatoes. They're doing pretty good. Over here I've got my Cherokee pepper plant, which is doing amazing. It's huge. Takes up half of an 8-foot bed. The other half of this 8-foot bed is some self-seeded cosmos and taro, and a little bit of garlic, which is not terribly happy. Next to my tomatoes and beans is this corn, which is not doing very good. I don't think I'll grow this variety again. I'll have to look and see. I think it's something evergreen. It's supposed to be stay in the milk stage longer, but so far we're getting a few silks. Let's see. Oh, there's one right there, but not much silks. So walking around over here, this is the newest bed I just ripped out and replanted. We've got some sweet peppers. I left that in there, but I planted some collards, toothache plant, some cucumbers, Asian greens, and I transplanted some Vulcan Swiss chard, and it is not happy. So we'll see if it comes back. If it doesn't, I've got plenty more things that I can put in there. I've got lots more Mizuna and Choisum. This is Choisum. And this is the summer Mizuna from Baker Creek. And, oh wait, no. This is the pink Mizuna from Baker Creek. That's the summer Mizuna from Baker Creek. And that's the Choisum. That is a really pretty plant. It seemed to handle the transplant just fine. And then I've got lots of okra. And another sweet pepper. And then here I've got some more of the Mexican sunflower for chop and drop, and my chayote squash plant. Next to that I've got the purple passion fruit, or lilikoi as we call it here in Hawaii. Ooh! Ooh! We got a mongoose! Hey guy! Tucker, Reaper, you stay away from the mongoose. It's mean. It's a mean sucker. Okay, we'll deal with that in a little bit. Leave it alone, buddy. Don't scare it. The purple passion fruit from Baker Creek. And then I've got lots of tomatoes and nasturtiums and herbs. Got this whole area here. This one is probably my favorite. It's the Alaska Red. It's a variegated nasturtium, and it looks so pretty. Lots more tomatoes. And then I've got over here kind of like my wall of sweet potato pots. Lots and lots of sweet potatoes. This is from here over to here is the Molokai purple, and then that's Okinawan purple. And then over at the end is Myanmar. So I'm excited to have all these. I'm going to take some of these pots next door to the food forest so that the sweet potatoes can grow a ground cover. The end of my sunflowers is pretty much here. I harvested, I don't know how many heads, but I have 3 pounds of sunflower seeds in the freezer for the livestock. So I'll pull that out, and I think I'm going to plant beans in there next. And then this is the tomato and watermelon jungle. Well, and these are the brown jalapenos from Baker Creek. And they're pretty tasty. They're not very hot, or at least the ones I've had so far have not been very hot. And these, let's see, oh, here's one. We've got watermelons. This is the lemon drop watermelon from Baker Creek. It was like 5 seeds for $6. They're pretty spendy. But I've got, I think, 9 watermelons coming up. I'll show you the biggest one over here. Here's another little one. But over this side, we have that beauty. And then pretty nice looking watermelon. And then here in the watermelon patch is the, it's a Hawaiian sweet pepper. So I'm excited to try that. I haven't had it yet. And then the red Russian kale. I think that was a free seed from Baker Creek this year. It's pretty nice. I feed a lot of it to the livestock. And that's the honeymoon melon. It's a yellow honeydew. I thought that was pretty cool. There's Tucker. Hey, buddy. Yeah, lots of tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes getting ripe. We've got, oh, oops, another watermelon. That's pretty cool. We've got, these little yellow ones are called champagne bubbles. I got those from M.I. Gardner, and they're very sweet. And then my friend Alohi, she gave me the seeds for this really nice cherry tomato, which is kind of taken over this whole area. It's doing pretty good. So yeah, that is just about it. I've got some mint here, and then some turmeric and more nasturtiums. That's the orchid cream nasturtium. They're so beautiful. And some berries I need to pot up. And I guess that is, yeah, that's about it. Some pomegranate from Baker Creek, and some dragon fruit from Baker Creek. And that's it. This is my crazy garden. Hey Reaper, come here. Reaper. Come here. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the garden tour. If you can, hit the like button, subscribe, share. Hey Reaper. Good boy. Everyone have a great night.